Hey everyone, welcome to my transition and dream work and becoming part of the dream. And I really enjoyed this playlist because I love to dream. I look forward to going to bed, and that's why I'm recently starting to get into dating. And a lot of them, I don't look for partiers. I love having my sleep because your sleep is really important, and dreaming is really important, obviously, as you can tell. So it's learning that dreaming is a big part of my life and I love doing it. Obviously, I don't always remember them. I have a lot on. So this is where I say this one will be about how to ignite dreaming. A lot of people have a lot of problems remembering, having a lot of issues, even having a dream. So a lot of people who, just through my learning experiences from sharing with people, if we smoke dope or anything like that, it actually becomes a natural suppressant to it. So just be careful. There's always side effects to certain substances, medications, all that kind of stuff. So that's why it's always really good to have awareness about what we're taking and how it's going to impact on us over the whole holistic view of who we are. So that's really important. I'm just going to share my screen. And obviously, what I really wanted to touch base with you, I'll just get rid of these, is how to ignite dreaming. Like, how do I ignite it? How do I turn it up? How do I turn the volume up? How do I really start getting into this? And I think for me, you just go on YouTube and just get a sound clip of drumming. Depends on yourself and how you really want to, whether you do that before you go to sleep or whether you're just doing that during the waking life. It doesn't really matter. I think that the spirit will always start to listen, and you'll just learn how to awaken with it. It's also really good to get into your own rhythm. So drumming is really important. Never beat to anyone else's drum. Okay, I think that's the ultimate issue with society, is that everyone's beating to someone else's drum. It's like, oh, I've got to beat to my friend's drum or this drum, or, I've got to live my life. I really heighteningly suggest learn what drumming does for you as a human being, and learn that to beat to your own drum is one of the best things that you can do for creating your own inner power. And I have really learned to love that. Um, Learn to get into your own rhythm. That's really important. It awakens a lot of things for us. And I always believe that with drumming, it reminds of our heartbeat, our very reasons that we're spiritual people. Without that heart beating, you are non existent on the physical plane. So it's really important to listen to your heart and listen to that drumming, and it awakens you. The spirit starts to awaken, the ego kind of sits back, and we're starting to really intrinsically go within. And I feel that um, listening to the heart, listening to your drums, listening to and getting into your own rhythm really heightens our mission for our, whatever we want to accomplish here. Each soul has picked a journey here. So why would you get in the way of someone else's, drumming? Why would you get into, why would you get in the way? And I think that's one of my biggest faults, is that I never get in the way of other people. They want to go out and do what they want to do. Well, that's fine. It's important to listen to my own drum and my own rhythm, and that's really important. And I think a lot of people get caught up in this. It's quite easy to, because everybody at a certain, everybody is projecting at some point, right? So when we're out in the waking life and we're meeting new people, we meet people that are not necessarily aware of themselves. And the most part is projection is a part of perception. So we've got to really, what we see is our rhythm. What is something that brings up in terms of shadow work? What is it of insecurities? You've got to know whose projection are you owning. Are you owning someone else's, or are you owning yours? And that's really important in life. Drumming will separate that, and it will assist with knowing, okay, I'm following the own beat to my own drum and my own rhythm in my life. And that's really important. That magnetic field to heighten and really get into your own power is really, really important. Never beat to somebody else's drum. Always trust that if you're meant to meet that person, you'll meet them. And if it's meant to happen, it will happen. I think a lot of people get caught up in this. And I think for me, I have always valued many, many years ago when I started this whole big work in transition to really learn that drumming is a sacred space and will not only assist you in the waking life, but also assist you in the dream work, because the ego will always take it back into the dream life. And that's really important. That's why a lot of us stay dormant, because we're unable to really ignite that sense of self, because we've ignored drumming, we've ignored dream work, because it can't be proven, it can't be scientifically proven. And so we forget just how brilliant we are, because science dictates our life, whereas it may impact on certain parts of our life, and it's really good and has its application, but it's not necessarily deemed truthful, and it will always ignore other parts, and it just does that because it's trying to prove something, whether it's got to alleviate something, whether it's in dreams. We're having that knowing that we're connected to something more. We want to have that mindset that we are impacting on our community, no matter what we think is impact. What do you my challenge is to you: if you don't do this type of work, what impact are you leaving behind? As a leader, and this is what the world lacks in terms of leadership, is having a bit of a look at what impact is. What is impact? And what is it? If you're not doing dreaming, storytelling, building a circle, building that connection, what are we actually leaving behind? And I think for me, I definitely wanted to leave an impact, and an impact where I be myself and beat to my own drum and my own rhythm. And I think drumming is so very important for an awakening, and very important for dreams as well. I think it just assists you with a lot of things. And I feel that the tribal ancestors really acknowledged and really celebrated the gift of drumming that it brought to life. And I think just even listening to it made my dreams more vibrant. It made it more colorful, because I can remember colors, just the awe of color. And I think for me, celebrating that has been a huge big part of my life. And everybody who knows me very well knows that I love color. And so really have a look into drumming, really have a bit of a listen to it. And even if it's just part of a meditation that you do, I think is really important. I love drumming, and the value it brings is just so valuable in your life. So just really remember, get into your own rhythm. That's really, really important.